Hi, this is Scott Harris with Physical Therapy Specialists of Idaho. I'm giving you a physical therapy quick tip for today. Man, if you're anything like me, sometimes we get headaches after being in this kind of a posture all day long. Whether you're a student or working at an office, headaches are a common problem, and here are a few tips to help overcome those headaches. Okay, here is a picture of a thing we like to call upper cross syndrome. So essentially, you can see here we have a few things that are weak and a few things that are tight. That we want to stretch out what is tight and we want to strengthen what's weak. And so we want to start by strengthening the deep neck flexors. We want to also strengthen the lower traps. And then we want to stretch out our pecs, our pec major and pec minor. And we also want to stretch out our upper trap and our levator scapula. And if we can do those things, we can relieve a lot of headaches. Let's start by stretching out our pecs, our pec major and our pec minor. We can do that in a simple way, just in a doorway stretch. So we put our hands up on the door frame and we hold that thing for 30 seconds. We want to put our weight through our front foot so that we're not trying to hold ourselves up going through the doorway. We can also lower our hands and stretch out a little different area of our pec by doing this. The next stretch that we're going to do is an upper trap stretch. We essentially want you to pull your shoulder blade back and down, and then we want your ear going right over to your shoulder. You should feel a good general stretch of your upper trap. We can also tweak this one, and we can point our chin down towards our armpit, and that's our levator scapula. And that muscle almost never gets a break as we get stressed or we're in pain or something like that. It pulls our shoulder up, so we want to give that levator scapula a little bit of love. So that's how we do that. Okay, so let's jump right into these things we call cervical spine retractions. So again, we want to improve our posture, so I want you standing tall or sitting tall. I want you thinking of a force going right through your chin and right through the base of your skull. And I want you just to gently go straight back, almost like your chin is a drawer and you're pushing the drawer back in. And we're going to do that. And that should create space for your cervical spine. Again, improve blood flow, and again, be the first step of decreasing some of these headaches that we're getting from studying and office work. Now we want to strengthen our back, our lower traps, and we can do that by putting a rubber band just around a doorknob. Again, this could be something at your office or in your study room, but we just anchor this thing down on a doorway, and then we want to make sure that our neck is neutral and that our shoulder blades are back and down. That puts everything in the right position, and then we pull these things we call rows back and towards our armpits. We want to make sure that we're training where we want to be strong at. So if we're always going forward, we want to make sure that we pull those shoulders back and that neck is neutral in every exercise that we do. Now we want to strengthen our deep neck flexors, and we can do that isometrically. Isometrics is just a fancy name for we're going to strengthen a muscle without moving the joint. So you can do that right at your office, right at your desk here. We again want to make sure that your shoulders are back and down, your neck is neutral, and then we just put a gentle force through our hand and we keep our head from moving. We should feel that in our deep neck flexors. Progression to this exercise, if you have space or a yoga mat or something, you can lay down on the ground. Again, you tuck your chin in and then you lift your head off of the mat or the floor, and you can really feel those deep neck flexors working. All right, if we can, like I said, if we can stretch out what is tight and strengthen what's weak, we can improve posture, increase blood flow, decrease any headaches that we might be getting while we're studying or at the office. Again, thanks for tuning in. I hope this tip helps you. This is Scott with Physical Therapy Specialists of Idaho. Thank you for tuning in.